How do we spot confidence versus fear? So we have two horses here. We have Brego, who symbolizes the fear. And then we have Dusty here, as you can see, who symbolizes the confidence. Like, he's very confident. So how do we spot the more emotionally based behavior, and how do we spot the more creatively based behavior in our horses? I'm going to use these two to kind of demonstrate and show you some different kinds of behavior, and also talk about what I call the scale of behavior. It's a tool I use in order to recognize where on the scale the horse is. Like, how afraid is the horse? How emotional is the horse? Or how confident or creative is my horse on the scale? And I'll put the scale up here so you can see it. So on the right side of the scale, you see the more emotionally based behavior, which is first it's confusion, it's unsure, then it's unsafe, and then it's fear, and then it goes out to trauma. And on the left side, we see the more emotionally, creatively based behavior, where you have certainty, the horse feels knowledgeable, but then we go out to more unwilling, and then out to more dominance, and then in the end, more anger or angry or aggressive behavior, like consciously aggressive. So I'm going to demonstrate first with Dusty here, the more creative type behavior, and show you how it looks like when you have a horse that is very confident and that feels very safe and kind of maybe a little bit unwilling to do what we want. And then afterwards, I'm going to show with Brego the more emotionally based behavior. So here you can see Dusty out on a circle, and you can see how unenthusiastically he does it. That's the confidence in him. He knows what this is about. He does it, and he also does it kind of willingly, but it's not like with, oh yes, this is the best thing ever. This is actually the most boring thing ever for just Dusty, because he's so knowledgeable, he's so confident, and doing a circle which doesn't have anything in it is super boring. And it's also a small circle, so he doesn't even travel around. It's just this boring little circle, but he's well behaved and he's confident and he's very relaxed, as you can see. And that is more where we see the knowledgeable, the certainty in the horse. He feels sure, he knows, but also like he's very relaxed and confident. So that's more the creative type. That's what we want to see in the horse. So then if I put a little bit effort here, let's see if I'm asking him to do something. Let's see how he does it. If I'm putting this up here, let's see if he puts a little bit more effort into it. And there we go. So you see, I don't really want to do it. That's kind of the unwillingness in him. Like, if he was really on, he would look different. So I can see if I can show you how on looks in a creative way. So if I do this, and then I'll do this, now you can see. Now you can see. Now he's getting on. And he's kind of ready for it. That's when the horse is on, but confident. Instead of like what I did before, I did it kind of on purpose, made it very boring and very easy. I have to move the front end. And that's where we see a little bit of the unwillingness. And even here, this is boring, because we see it in the controlled behavior and way he does things. So now I'm gonna show you the more emotional side with Brego. So here we have Brego, and you can already see the difference in behavior. You can see the very fast trot, the head is up, the neck is tense. You see he's moving kind of faster and faster actually, because it's a little bit tight here. And that is more emotional. Like, he feels not really safe. He's not scared. It's not fear per se right now, but he feels not safe. He's not really sure what's going to happen. He has expectations. So that's why we see the more emotional behavior. And if I ask him to do something, like for instance, if I take this right here and I lift up the stick, you can see how he kind of jumps up with the head and he moves around and he can't really control himself. He's doing a lot of stuff. So let's ask him to go a little bit there, and then we'll do it again so you can see it for real. Like you see there, just me switching the hands behind, you see him jumping up like that, and he kind of do this. That is emotionally based behavior. This is more tending to fear. He's not really afraid, but he has kind of a fear response, a fear-based response. It's emotionally based. And what we need to do then here, if we are looking at the scale again, like he is quite far out there, he feels unsafe. He's not just confused or unsure, he's feeling unsafe about what's happening. So what we need to do, and that's the thing about the scale of behavior, when we see it out there, we need to bring it in closer. And the way we do it is to create more certainty, more predictability, and then by that getting more relaxation, by doing it very clearly for him and helping him to relax and understand what's going on here. So this is the more emotionally based behavior. And when we see it on the scale of behavior, we can see how far out the horse is. And he's quite far out there. He's actually the horse that I have met in my life who is the most afraid and keeps being afraid, even though he has quite a lot of knowledge and quite a lot of development. So this is the scale of behavior. And if you want an in-depth how to help the horses, no matter where on the scale it is, you can go to our online training and get a lot of knowledge, tools, techniques with different kind of horses, and step-by-step how to develop a partnership based on horse psychology, based on natural communication between horse and human, and also based on real cooperation between horses and humans. So click the link in the description and take a look at our online education for more in-depth of the horse psychology and the scale of behavior. So I use the scale of behavior in developing my own horses. These are my own horses. Dusty here, he's my confident, stable, knowledgeable, well-educated working partner. And Brego here is a project that I have taken on. And I use the scale of behavior to help Brego go from the dark, go from the fear and into the light, and go into confidence and safety and feeling really, really great about it. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, smash it, use a stick, a whip or whatever, just hit that like button so you really show your appreciation to Brego and to Dusty, and share it with some friends so they can find out where their horse is on the scale of behavior. And then of course also subscribe to the channel, hit that little notification bell so you don't miss out when we put out new videos. And if you want a little bit more in depth about horse psychology, well then click on this video right up there and then make a difference.